Day 41. I want to talk about a recent video where I discussed people in your lives and how they provide you messages that you might not be aware of, or why they are there as a reflection of you. And we talked about a person that's going to be entering my life and what they might be in relation to me. And as it turns out, it became very evident within a day or two of the video what that initial series of interactions was about, what the message was behind it, and how I could apply it in my life. It was actually in many ways very major of a message, and it helped move me forward in a couple different ways on very many levels that I'm probably still actually trying to process and integrate into myself. Some of the message wasn't perfect. I mean, in a good light, some of the message came in a form that could be construed as completely negative. But usually when you look at messages that come at you negative and really delve into them, you can find the other side of it that's good and why it's necessary that it happen. So I was able to take that, apply it to actually what I'm doing here in some ways for the overall concept of this project and the other directions I'm going, and really see it for the great piece of information that it was. So we'll see how, if even, there are any other great things that come in through this person that's going to be within my life. On another side, we've talked constantly about that fear limit that you can have. Well, I've continued to try to chip away at what was really causing a challenge with me, and I think I'm at that point where it's kind of do or die, and I really need to just either jump off the cliff or do some major other type of work to figure out how to get around it. I've done every other aspect of what I could to kind of trip away at it, but I'm basically at that point now where it's obvious that I need to make that next step. And so I'm going to, because obviously I'm not going to allow myself not to, and I'm going to have to fight through it. But unfortunately, when we started this, a lot of it I had hoped would diminish even more so that it wasn't going to be such a big hurdle to overcome. But now it's evident that it's going to be a hurdle and it's going to be huge, and I'm just going to have to jump it. And one thing recently I came across was a video actually last night that talked about, feelings and everything like that, about feeling them, and how a lot of times people will start to feel it and, feel sad or whatever, but they spin it immediately in a way that, oh, things aren't that bad, my life could be worse, etc. And this person was talking how that can actually be a trick that your subconscious and the other parts of you that don't want you to grow will actually put in the way of you, because it causes you not to feel what you need to feel, and it then will stop you from potentially getting that information that feeling will provide you. And I haven't done that with this fear. I have not really sat down and allowed all of it to come up. I've gone and been like water. I tell you to go like water and go around the block. As I said, I did that originally in hopes that would diminish it, but it looks like this is a major block that's going to have to be kind of confronted directly, and you can't use any of those side tactics on it. So I'll go through whatever I need to go through over the next couple days, and if anything is important that needs to be documented here, I'll do it. Otherwise, we'll just see when I talk next to you all. I will be going through a thing where it's going to be a little bit harder to do some videos for about a week. So we'll see. But I've got about another week before that happens. So I'm sure we'll talk again, and I'll let you know how it's going. Thank you.